Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So, for this episode of Men's Help Monday, I want to talk to you about loneliness because people are talking about this a lot more lately. Men's loneliness, male mental health. It enters the wheelhouse every 6 months or so. Maybe you've noticed this, maybe not, but moving forward, you will. Normally, the patient zero, whoever started this discussion, it's a woman. She'll be talking about her dating life or trying to make friends and talking about how hard it is in this modern society to meet people, to maintain positive connections, to just go on dates with people. People get stood up all the time, and her message, her video, wherever it was posted, will get lots of men responding to it, talking about how men go through the same stuff. Oh yeah, I got stood up just the other day. Oh yeah, it's really hard to make friends and go places in modern society. And my favorite one is welcome to the real world. Welcome to the modern dating scene. And those two responses specifically, I see them too often to not want to talk about because it's putting the onus on women to solve men's loneliness. It's blaming women rather than blaming the society that's affecting all of us that's making us feel this way. And like really, if you think about it for more than a couple of seconds, like why are you lonely? What causes male loneliness? I would put some blame on technology. Social media makes us all feel really connected, but also really separate. You see these same faces and posts and pictures day in and day out, and you start to feel like you know them, but we don't. It's not a real friendship. Not to say you can't make those online, but you have to take that first leap to get to know somebody. You have to send that message first. You have to make that connection. And I think a lot of us never do that. We always feel like we're bothering somebody or we're getting in the way of somebody. We don't want to ruin someone's day by talking to them. That's, I'm sure you can realize that's not just a social media thing. A lot of us have that same problem in the real world with going up to somebody and speaking to them first. But anyway, so technology is a problem. Society, existing in public, almost always costs money, and money's very tight. So I get that you can't do that as often as you might normally would. Not to mention we work all the time, and business hours of being at work is when everything's open, so then you get off and it's hard to do stuff. Also, the infrastructure is really crap. So you mainly need a car to get everywhere, which costs money, and money's very tight. So I get you can't do that all the time. You're resigned to where you can walk to. And for a lot of us, that means nothing. The closest grocery store to most of us is more than 5 miles away. So, God forbid you could find a social club in between you and there. Also, social clubs are disappearing in modern society. There's nothing like what we had when our parents or our grandparents were around because everything's moving to technology and the internet, and all these tech bros want to make everything on the cloud. And it's we're not there yet as society, as people. We still need these interpersonal friendships. But maybe what you've noticed in all the things that I've mentioned so far, none of this has anything to do with women. None of this has anything to do with men. This is just the world, technology, and all of us together. We're all experiencing the same type of loneliness. What I can't stand is when men start to put this blame on women. When men start to say, like, you ever seen a group of women out for a birthday party? Or maybe not even a birthday party, just a bunch of women hanging out at a restaurant somewhere, getting drunk, ordering shots. You'll see guys complain about that. That, oh yeah, they'll do this stuff all the time, but guys can't do stuff like that. Why? Why can't you? They take weeks to plan stuff like that. We're all adults with schedules. It's hard to get everybody to have a day or night off at the same time. But they manage it because friendships are hard, but they're worth it. So maybe instead of blaming women for having fun amongst themselves, I mean, when was the last time you complimented a friend? If it's been more than a week, that's a problem. We should start being nicer to our friends. We should start reaching out to people more and trying to include them in our lives because we need that. And if you're one of these guys who can't be friends with women, you say that you can't have platonic friendships with women, you're part of the reason why you're lonely. Because you're cutting out half the people who could possibly be this connection for you. But you won't be friends with them because they were born different from you, I don't get it. Yeah, basically, we should be nicer to each other. Society sucks enough without us trying to blame each other for our problems. So, I guess if you can take anything from this video, just treat people with grace. Try to be friendly with each other. Don't jump to conclusions. Try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And yeah, maybe that'll actually help you make some real friends. But if not, if you still find it hard out there, I would just ask that you don't give up. Try to not blame any one group for your problems. Understand that society makes it hard for all of us, and I hope you can keep going. And I guess until the next video, try to have a good day.